Slow down. Breathe. Life is not a race. You're not running out of time. Even though the holidays come with a lot of celebrations and yummy food, they also come with a great deal of anxiety for most of us. Comparison, the pressure to start again, pressure to change our lives, and more often than not, feeling like a failure for not having our quote-unquote dream life yet. What if you don't need to be a new you to be enough? What if you're already enough? What if life is not about achieving goals and making money, but to be present and make memories as long as we can? What if even without any achievements, money, aesthetic kitchen, floor-to-ceiling windows, new apartment, cloud couch, we are enough? What if you wouldn't need to become someone else this year? I'm gonna make a smoothie bowl for breakfast, and I'm gonna use my food processor to make it an extra thick one because my blender is not the best. This one, top tier. Let's blend. Today I am going to Vienna, like a road trip kind of day. I'm already late, but what's new? Let's go. Nothing happens after 2. It's true, my bad habits lead to. So I found this vegan place. It has nice burgers. So we're gonna go here. Okay, so we just arrived and we are in the parking place and we're gonna grab food for my boyfriend first. He's not vegan. He is gonna have something in the Five Guys because he's obsessed with that place. And I found a place that I told you about, the swing kitchen. That's where I'm gonna have food. So let's walk. Thank you. I bought this for my mom because Clint is her favorite. So pretty, no? That's all I can have here. And I'm so hungry, so I have to. And I cannot wait to have my own food. But until then, we have this view. We are here! Looks so good and I'm so hungry. And this is a lemon basil sauce. 2022 was hard for me. Mentally, physically, I was really down a lot of times. I felt lost, I felt discouraged, not worthy, and I felt like there was no room left for me in this world. Many days I just wanted to disappear, become invisible. I cried myself to sleep so many times because I just had so much expectations towards myself. It was basically impossible for me to be enough.
This is so good.
So good.
So good.
I was always disappointed in me. I didn't feel like I deserved free time or happiness because I didn't work enough, I didn't go to the gym enough, I didn't read enough, I didn't have enough greens, I didn't wake up early enough. Basically, I was not enough. I went into 2022 with this mindset that this is the year when everything is going to change. I'll achieve all my goals and finally I'll get to be happy. Shockingly, this was not the case. Soon I hit rock bottom. (2022) January was the absolute worst. I was so reliant on external validation that when I didn't get any, I felt like I was nothing. I was working at a place where I felt boxed into a limited version of me and I couldn't breathe anymore. But I still couldn't get over the fact that I was just not where I wanted to be yet. I was obsessed with always doing more and more and more, and when I couldn't, I just felt like a failure. I needed to change, not my life, my mindset, and I just had to relearn how to breathe again. In February, I had many highs and lows. I doubted every single decision of mine, but somehow I made it through the first few months, and it was finally spring. I reconnected with nature, and I finally remembered that the universe is so much bigger than me and my problems, and it gave me a kind of ease that I haven't felt for a long time. Nothing actually changed, but for a little bit I felt liberated and happy. That is when I realized that it isn't the goals that I have to achieve or the things I could buy that will make me happy. Because anytime I did achieve something big, something I truly wanted, it did give me a sense of thrill and happiness, but not more than for a few hours or a few days. It did not provide sustainable happiness and satisfaction because only I can make that happen. Only I can make myself happy, but not by becoming the new me or reading 60 books or training 6 times a week, but to simply change my mindset. The possibility to be happy has been there all along. It comes from within. It's not given to you. It's not something you buy. You create it inside. So the fact that we are literally waiting around to be happy when we finally get enough followers or money, a new place, or when we lose enough weight is insanity. Because we don't need anything but our mind to be happy right here, right now.
1, 2, 3, 4. No sleep, my veins run dry, I'm empty.
Yay, I made for everyone.
I can't see, I'm blinded by this concrete. And I should call you, see what you've been up to. I've been wondering, how far did you go in 7 months? I bet you're happy and don't think that much about me. Here I am, not knowing how to move on without you. Without you. New face, same old good anxiety. Where's your irony? Just smile, why? 'Cause I got everything I need, but not what I wanted. 'Cause I just wanted you.
This year I was overly fixated on achieving this life that existed in my head. The perfect apartment in the perfect city, the perfect career, living in my purpose, helping others, etc. That unconsciously I tried to push everyone away. I convinced myself that the only way to succeed is by being alone, because everything and everyone else is a waste of time. I always dated toxic people, and somehow over the year I found myself in another toxic relationship. But it was toxic because of me and not the other person. Realizing this was really heartbreaking, and it made me hate myself for a little bit. But luckily over time I started to understand why I was the way I was.
Time for some wind down yoga.
Independent, strong women don't rely on others. They go and change the world. They don't need a man to feel fulfilled or be wealthy. You know the quote, I don't need a rich man, I'm the rich man.
Have you ever seen a bigger tofu? 'Cause I haven't. I'm gonna make cream cheese. It's a pickup line recipe I never tried.
And this idea truly took over my life unconsciously. I tried to get out of my relationship so many times, not because the other person did not love me or made me happy, but because I was afraid that the reason I am not where I want to be is my relationship. I self-sabotaged so much this year because it was really easy to blame everything on others instead of blaming myself.
Literally like the 5th time I cut my hand this week. It's insane. But I seem to stop.
I had to learn that asking for help will not make me weak. Being with someone will not make me less independent. And having a few date nights a week will not prevent me from succeeding. I don't need to be on my own to become the best version of me. And this was the biggest lesson of my 2022. The thing is that life is not only for another year if we are lucky. This is not the only time when we can start over, and reality is ever changing. We have all the power to change if we are not happy without actually changing anything around us. Just because it's January, you don't need a detox. You don't need to work out more to compensate for Christmas dinner. You don't need a quick fix. Diets usually fail because health and happiness doesn't come from a 2-week stretch challenge or a juice cleanse or reading a self-help book. Wellness and happiness is about long-term change and continuously putting in the effort, incorporating something new slowly, instead of burning ourselves out right away by putting on too much. Usually the only achievements worth mentioning are the ones that are quantifiable. Grades, money, number of countries you visited, number of books you've read, amount of weight you've lost, new followers you got. We forget to count all the smiles, the hugs, the great conversation every day when we kept going, when we chose ourselves, the days when we didn't compare, when we went to the gym even when we didn't feel like it.
Ooh, boy. One Piece. Looks so cool. Let's see. So good.
Life is not measured in numbers. Don't get discouraged if you feel like you're the same as last year or you feel even worse than last year. Life is never linear. Growth, healing looks different every day. And the best we can do is to try and enjoy whatever we have right now. Setting goals is great and all. It gives you a sense of purpose, a direction, a meaning to why build habits or pull an all-nighter or go against everyone's wishes and start your own business. But don't get caught up in them, because whether you achieve them or not, you will be just as worthy of life and happiness with or without them.
Amazing combo. Done and done.
I've never been exceptionally good at anything, really. I was a good student, but not good enough to get into an elite school. I was tall, but not enough to become a runway model. I was good at dancing, but not good enough to become a ballerina. I was a good girlfriend, but not good enough to keep me. We can say I was pretty average girl in all areas of my life. And knowing that I am not special in any way made it really hard to justify in my head that I would achieve any special or exceptional, or to even feel worthy to have dreams. But when we are children, we are not limited by diet culture, societal expectations, grades, our bank account. We dare to dream, we dream big, even when we haven't achieved basically anything exceptional yet. So maybe we don't need to be the best and the most special to deserve good things. We just forget that failure doesn't mean we're never gonna get there. It simply means that we have the possibility to learn and grow and start again until we succeed. Child is not born with the ability to walk or talk or sit. Even though they are never worried whether they achieve those or not, they just keep going even when the words don't come out right yet or when they fall down while trying to stand up. Their failures don't define them. They learn from it and then they move on.
I found somebody, I say you don't cross my mind. And she doesn't know that your favorite place is still mine. Now I take the long way home.
So yeah, maybe 2022 was not your year, or maybe it was the best year of your life. In any case, nothing is definite and you're not running out of time. It's never ever too late to start or continue or quit something. It's never too late to believe in ourselves. It's never too late to dream big, and it doesn't have to be the 1st of January to do any of this. It's not all or nothing. It's not January or never. It's not healthy or unhealthy. Start slow, start at your own pace. Take as many breaks as necessary and try to make it as fun and as enjoyable as possible. Achieving goals should not be this all-consuming, overwhelming, scary thing. Eating more plants and fueling our bodies should not be to lose weight, but for our future self, to stay healthy as long as possible, to have more years on earth. We shouldn't move our bodies to get abs or get into shape or tick something off the to-do list, but to prevent injuries later in life, to be able to carry the groceries or run up and down the stairs or be able to go dancing with our friends and not get tired. We shouldn't meditate because everyone is doing it, but to actually understand that everything in our head is made up by ourselves and we have the possibility to change how we perceive our reality at any given time.
I don't sometimes I do. Cause sometimes I drive through all of the streets we used to on First Avenue. Cause sometimes I don't even know where I'm going at first. All of the turns that I had to unlearn. Back to the surface, the feeling of all that we were. I don't always think about.
Whenever you feel overwhelmed, don't forget to stop for a second. Take a deep breath. Listen to the noises around you. Arrive into the present moment. Worrying will not bring change. If it's in your control, change it. If it's not, no amount of worrying will change it. Easier said than done, but anytime you feel truly overwhelmed, panicky or upset, just remind yourself that you're doing everything you can. And if it's still not enough, it's not your fault. You cannot blame yourself for something that's outside of your control.
And she doesn't know that your favorite.
You don't need to deal with everything all at once. You don't need to achieve everything you want this year or else you'll fail. Every single step you take towards a happier you counts. Even if it's quantifiable, even if it's not. Even if you post about it or not. Even if you share it with someone or not. Even if it's just a second of laughter, a joke, a warm feeling, a good meal, a good movie, or a good night's sleep. You live your life right now, in this very moment. Don't let your past or your future consume your present. It's too precious to spend another time, another minute, other than in the here and now. Because you know the drill, the only time we can actually have any power is now.
That's when I do.